Hey everyone, it's Amanda, which I am Book Girl. Today is just going to be a super quick, super fast, but we have book mail. So let me show you what I got in the mail the past, I don't know, like 2 weeks or so. Let's get into it. I am so excited. If you have been paying attention, you know that I have been kind of getting into T. Kingfisher lately. I read two of her books, I have enjoyed them, and I kind of want to read some more. So I got a whole stack of them. I actually got all of these from Goodwill. Now, if you were not aware, allow me to help you crawl out from under your rock. You can actually go to goodwill.com and they have a whole Goodwill section all full of books. And you can actually, you can just browse if you want to and just look at the selection of books that they have. Or you could enter, a name of a book or an author or something like that, and it will bring you up a list of all of the books, not just like at the Goodwill in your area, but like all of the Goodwills all over the country. And you can order books from Goodwill and they will ship them to you. And normally it's a pretty decent price. You kind of have to look because they'll give you kind of a book condition. It'll say used good or used like new or used. Obviously all the books that they have are used. I don't think I've ever seen any that say brand new. Or it'll say used like damaged. But most of the ones that I get are used good or used like new. And I got, let's see, most of these, well, I would say half and half. So a lot of them I got are paperback, but a lot of them I got, like this one, this Sword Heart copy, is actually the sprayed edge hardback copy. And so anyway, sometimes you can find really good deals. I think I got this one for, I think, $18. So it's not like you're getting it for $1 or $2. Like, this isn't that kind of thrifting, but it's, cheaper than, going to Barnes and Noble or, one of the big box stores and getting a hardback, for $32 or whatever. So anyway, just in case you guys didn't know about Goodwill, you can go to Goodwill and you can order books and they will ship them to you. The only thing I will say is that, especially if you end up ordering books from lots of different Goodwills around the country, you do have to pay separate shipping charges for each of those stores. So, like, I think all of these T. Kingfisher books, good gracious, I believe these came from 3 different Goodwill stores, and so I had to pay $2.99 in shipping 3 different times. Which that's not bad. I don't mind paying that. That's fine. But I did have to pay it 3 different times because it came from 3 different Goodwill stores. So whatever, it's fine, but just be aware of that. Okay, so let's go through it. We've got What Moves the Dead. Hold please, I have to put my glasses on. What Moves the Dead. Something about this cover. Does that not speak to you in some way? I'm loving this cover. So this is kind of a series, I believe, of books, and this is the first one. The next one is What Feasts at Night, and then there's a third one, but I don't think that one has come out yet. Anyway, this is the first one, and this is supposed to be kind of a retelling of the House of Usher, but like with shrooms. You see the mushrooms right here. So anyway, this is kind of a horror, but with like fungus and a retelling of the House of Usher. So anyway, I have heard good things about it, and I don't know. I'm so gripped by T. Kingfisher right now. If you've been paying attention, I know I've said this before, but I'm kind of getting into like my T. Kingfisher era a little bit. I have read the Twisted Ones and I have read Wolfworm, and I'm kind of getting into like her style of writing and I'm really enjoying it. So anyway, okay, then we have the second one, that is What Feasts at Night. This is a hardback. Look at these covers. Don't they just, they kind of creep me out, but they also kind of like, I don't know, they intrigue me for some reason. Anyway, so this is the second book in this series, set in the same world of What Moves the Dead. Okay, so we have a moth. That's super cool. Anyway, so I guess this is just kind of, okay, yes, so this is a continuation of the House of Usher retelling. So these two go together. Okay, I am excited about that. They're certainly not long books or chunkers or anything like that, so I should be able to breeze through those pretty quickly. Okay, then we have Nettle and Bone. This is a hardback. This is, let's see, it says, this isn't the kind of fairy tale where the princess marries the prince. It's the one where she kills him. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. 240 pages, so it's not very long. Is this a retelling of a fairy tale? Let me look. A deeply satisfying and darkly funny feminist fairy tale. It doesn't say that it is a retelling, so this may just be like an original story by T. Kingfisher. But nevertheless, I'm super excited. Sounds like we have some feminine rage going on, and it sounds like it's going to turn a fairy tale on its head. So I'm excited for that one. Okay, then we have The Hollow Places. This is a paperback. Okay, so this is along the same lines as the Twisted Ones. So the Twisted Ones was definitely a kind of modern horror. It wasn't like a fairy tale or set in kind of those fantasy worlds. It was definitely a contemporary. This seems like it's the same thing. It's going to be like a contemporary horror. Okay, we have like a this is almost giving me like Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, but totally not really, like in a horror sense. Okay, so we have newly divorced, and she went back home to North Carolina. Kara is helping her ailing uncle at his house, which also doubles as a tourist hotspot. It is called the Glory to God Museum of Natural Wonders, Curiosities, and Taxidermy. Oh, I love it. Anyway, she's closing up one night, and she first just all of a sudden there turns out to be a hole in the wall. And her new friends Simon and Kara decide to explore this new hole in the wall and discover that it leads to a new plane of existence. And as they continue to explore this hole in the wall that leads them to new dimensions, to new planes of existence, alternate realities, they discover that they have stumbled upon a place of unyielding madness and terror, haunted by creatures that gather strength from one's innate fear of them. So does that not sound kind of like portals to somewhere else? Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, but obviously they don't go in a wardrobe. They go in a hole in the wall in a museum of taxidermy. Anyway, so that's what this one is, The Hollow Places. So that one definitely is giving me more contemporary horror and like supernatural kind of vibes. So, okay, next we have A Sorceress Comes to Call. This is also a paperback. This one is probably, again, going to be more of a fantasy or a fairy tale type thing. Okay, it is a dark retelling of the Brothers Grimm's The Goose Girl. Cordelia knows her mother is unusual. Other mothers don't take off all the doors inside their house or forbid their children from making friends. Other mothers don't force their daughters to be silent and motionless for hours, sometimes days on end. But other mothers aren't evil sorcerers. So this one definitely sounds like a fantasy. It's going to be a fairy tale retelling. Again, T. Kingfisher is kind of known for turning these things on their heads. And I love that. I think that that is so fun and just a different way, a different perspective of reading something. So anyway, this one is just over 300 pages, 321 pages. So a little bit larger, but still totally doable. And this one looks like so much fun. Okay, next we have Thornhedge. This one is a super skinny book. This is a hardback. Not all curses should be broken. Okay, let's see what this one is about. I have come because of a story, the knight said. Thornhedge is a tale of a kind-hearted, toad-shaped heroine, a gentle knight, and a mission gone completely sideways. Oh my gosh, this sounds so cute! A toad-shaped heroine? There's a princess trapped in a tower. This isn't her story. Oh my gosh, I love it! Okay, I am so excited for this. Oh my gosh, I might read this one first. Okay, hold on. How many pages is this? It's only 111 pages. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna totally breeze through this. This looks like so much fun. I think I might read this one first. I am so excited about this one. Okay, I'll have to let you know how that one is. Okay, then last we have Sword Heart. This one is obviously my beautiful, pretty one. Really pretty end papers. Okay, so Sword Heart. Now, I believe that this is the beginning of a series, a romantasy series that she wrote. It says, love is a double-edged sword. So this is definitely a romantasy. A delightful fantasy romance between a widowed housekeeper and her unlikely sworn protector. Okay. So looks like she is a widowed housekeeper. She has unexpectedly inherited the estate of a wealthy uncle. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, she's also saddled with money-hungry relatives, full of devious plans on how to spend the inheritance. Oh, can we hate that? While locked in her bedroom, Hala, that's kind of a cool name, inspects the ancient sword that's been collecting dust on the wall since before she moved in. Out of desperation, she unsheathes it, and suddenly a man appears. His name is Sarkis, he tells her, and he is an immortal warrior trapped in a prison of enchanted steel. Sarkis is sworn to protect whoever wields the sword, okay? And for Hala, a most unusual wielder, he finds himself not fending off grand armies and deadly assassins, but instead everything from kindly seeming bandits to roving inquisitors to her own in-laws. So he's going to protect her from her in-laws. Honestly, I think we could all use a protector from our in-laws sometimes. I'm there with your girl. But as Hala and Sarkis grow closer, they overlook the biggest threat of all, the sword itself. Okay, this sounds super cute. I love a good romantasy, and this is an absolutely beautiful book. I love the birds on the sword. Okay, this one is a little bit chunkier. This one might be our biggest one yet. Let's take a look at this. 436 pages. Yeah, so this one's our biggest one yet, and I believe that this is a series. There are more books that come after this. So that is my Goodwill T. Kingfisher book mail haul. Bonus, I went to DT today. I'm trying to gather some wedding ideas. We're trying to DIY a few things for this wedding to try and keep on budget, and so trying to go to DT for inspiration. And anyway, I was in the book section and I want to show you what I found. You are not going to believe what I found at Dollar Tree today. I found a book by B.K. Borison. I don't know if you know who B.K. Borison is. Now, correct me if I am wrong. Is not B.K. Borison the one who wrote? Yes, B.K. Borison. She's the one that wrote Good Spirits, that was all over the Bookstagram, Book Talk, all over the socials I think it was last Halloween for spooky season, Good Spirits. She's the one that wrote that book. Now this one, I would assume, is probably not a new one. This is probably one of her older books. Let me see when this came out in 2022. So this is one of her older books, but still, I've never read this. This is called Mixed Signals. A small town baker learns to raise her expectations for love with some help from a handsome local teacher in this sunny romantic comedy. I'm like, okay, for $1.50, hello. Let me add that to my collection. Dollar Tree. And then you are totally not going to believe what else I found at Dollar Tree. I'm sorry, but I looked at this and I was like, are you kidding me? I know. My bee is fuddled. Charlie Donnelly, who is a very well-known thriller author, he's all over the socials with his brand new book that just came out, Long Time Gone. I mean, hello. Now, I have not read anything by Charlie Donnelly. However, I do have several of his books on my TBR. This one, let me just look and see. Hold please, and I will tell you when this one came out. Again, my guess is this is not, this came out in 2024. So this is not like anything new, anything that has just been published by him. So this is an older one, but still, for someone like me who's never read anything by him and wants to get into this author, thanks, Dollar Tree. I think I will. $1.50 hardback by Charlie Donnelly. Let's see, this retails for $28. I got it for $1.50. Hello. Anyway, now I know that not everyone's Dollar Tree carries the same books. It is completely random. And honestly, some Dollar Trees don't even carry books. They don't even have like a book section. Or if they do, they just carry like Bibles and, just things like that. So if that is you, I pray for you. I'm so sorry. If you ever get a chance to travel, just just take those opportunities to maybe visit different Dollar Trees and see if you can find books. But for those of you that do have books at your Dollar Tree, just every once in a while, if you're popping in for something, just go take a look at the book section. Sometimes Dollar Tree surprises you. Anyway, that is my wrap for today. I hope you enjoyed Book Mail Day because I sure did. I am so excited to read these books. Oh my gosh, you guys. Anyway, I can't wait. Just be patient. Hopefully you will get to see some of these books in my reading wrap-ups, and hopefully you will be inspired to maybe give Goodwill and Dollar Tree a chance for books. So with that being said, happy reading. Bye.